Hello, social workers. Welcome to ASWB Exam Registration, What You Need to Know. If you are looking for information about how to register for your ASWB exam, congratulations. That means you've already shown your determination and commitment to becoming a social worker. You've gotten your hours, you've gotten your degree, and now all you need to do is pass your exam. First things first, before we move forward with the ASWB exam registration, here are some important things to know. You need to know that the Association for Social Worker Boards is in charge of developing and administering the 4 ASWB exams. These exams are the ASWB Bachelors level exam, the ASWB Masters level exam, the ASWB Clinical level exam, and the Generalist level of exam. One thing to note with the bachelor's level, now some states are offering it as for people with an associate's degree, so that you would take that bachelor's level exam if you had your AA. You should also know that which exam you take depends on the social work board in your state. And it's that state social work board that regulates the practice of social work, determining the eligibility for the ASWB exams, issuing your social work license, and managing the social work licensing renewal process for you in your state. And so states are going to vary with their criteria and process. To help you navigate all of this, we have compiled a list of all the state social work boards, and we have their requirements linked on one of our pages of our website that you can find on this blog. You also should know that you can do this. You can pass this test. Many people have a lot of anxiety about taking tests. One of the things is, instead of looking at the examination process as a huge hurdle, think of it as an opportunity to cement all that information you've learned along the way. This is your chance to show how ready you are to do this work of being a social worker. You should also know that other social workers are here to help you. I am a social worker just like you, and the reason I started the Therapist Development Center in 2008 was because I saw that many of my colleagues were not provided adequate training in graduate school. They would buy ASWB exam prep programs put out by major corporations like AATBS, like Academic Review, and Jerry Grossman. All, by the way, are owned by the same major company. And these corporations didn't understand our profession or the ASWB exam. They actually never even took the test. So then a few months later, and up to $500 plus, they would fail and think that they were never going to pass. If this has been your experience, be sure to reach out, read our reviews, and connect with a coach. At the Therapist Development Center, we understand that many social workers feel that their graduate school program did not prepare them for the exam. And they are right. For this reason, our exam prep programs for the ASWB exam start at the very beginning, which is a good place to start, regarding the exam content. We start with the basics, then we ratchet up our test prep to practice the critical thinking skills the ASWB exam focuses on. All you need to do is carve out the time in your schedule and follow the plan. Carving out the time means setting a test date and completing your ASWB exam registration process. The act of committing to a test date will most likely cause a spike in anxiety caused by the stress hormone cortisol. While cortisol is the main culprit when you experience anxiety, in small doses, cortisol actually facilitates the neurobiological changes needed for learning to take place in the brain. So it's a good thing. Putting a plan in place to manage your anxiety so it doesn't spiral to the point where it paralyzes you is essential. Far too often, far too many candidates delay selecting a date and then start studying without a clear plan. This is a big mistake. Our brains thrive on structure. A clear timeline to reach a well-defined goal, in this case passing your ASWB social work exam, will help you organize your studying, focus your attention, and support you in managing any anxiety about the stress of performing well on standardized exams. Like training for a marathon, and I should add a 4-hour exam is a mental marathon, our program is designed to prepare you in 8 to 10 weeks. Look at your calendar and pick a date that works for you. Then be prepared to put in around 8 hours of study a week. Our 10-step ASWB exam study program will do the rest. If you have any questions before getting started, someone from our team can explain the process and why we consistently have the highest pass rate in the industry. Our amazing social work coaches have all passed the ASWB exams with a score of 90% or higher. I scored 144 correct out of 150 when I took it. So we know what's on this test and what you need to do to be fully prepared. Most importantly, we are with you until you pass. We look forward to helping you study smart and pass with confidence.